Alright, question 21. Brian arranged 4 magnets with poles labeled A to H as shown in the table below. So over here, I've already listed out some of the properties between the two poles. So let's take a look. So A and B is one magnet. B is attracted to H. So we know that B and H are unlike poles. Alright, same thing, H is attracted to D. So therefore, H and D are unlike poles. Alright, but if we look at B and D, if B and H are unlike and H and D are unlike, it means that B and D are actually like poles. Okay, so let's look at G and E. G attracts to E, so G and E are actually unlike poles. So which means that G and F are actually like poles. Alright, so if we compare and we're trying to look at the same magnets, if B and D are like poles, it means that B with the opposite one will be unlike poles. Alright, so just keep in mind about that. So let's look over here. Which of the following arrangement is possible? So over here, B and C is attracted to each other. So you must see if B and C are alike or unlike. So B and C are actually unlike poles, like what we stated here. So yes, they can attract to each other. But what about C and H? H and C are actually like poles, so they should not be able to attract to each other. They should repel. So 1 is wrong. Okay, so let's look at 2. A and C. A and C are actually like poles, so therefore they should not attract to each other. So therefore it is wrong. Okay, so here A to G. So let's see whether is there any interaction between A and G. No. Okay. A and G. Okay, so for now we know that B and H are unlike poles. It also means that A and G are unlike poles. So yes, they should be able to attract. So this is correct. So let's look at B and D. B and D are actually like poles, so they should not be able to attract. So therefore number 3 is wrong. So let's look at number 4. B and C. B and C are unlike poles, so yes, they should be able to attract to one another. D and E. D and E is not listed here, so let's take a look over here. So because D is attracted to H, it means that these two are unlike poles. So it means that D and E are actually like poles. So let's look at D and E. Because D and H are unlike poles, it means that D and G are like poles. So they will repel each other. So if this is the case, if D and G are like poles, means that G and E are actually unlike poles. So this we can conclude that D and E are actually also unlike poles. So therefore D and E can be attracted to one another. Okay, the last one will be F and H. So similarly, F and H will be with this arrangement. So F and H are actually unlike poles, so therefore they should also be able to attract to one another. So the correct answer is actually number 4. Alright, let's look at question 22. The diagram below shows a balsam plant. What is the function of the part labeled X? So X is actually the roots. So the function of the roots are actually to, yes, hold the plant firmly to the ground. They are not to make food for the plant. To make food for the plant, this is the role of the leaves. Okay, and yes, it is also to absorb water and mineral salts from the soil. So the correct answer should be A and C, number 3. Question 23. Zachary classified the following animals as shown in the classification table below. His teacher told him he made a mistake. So over here we have monkey, giraffe, mud skipper, and orangutan. Over here we have shark, tilapia, dolphin, and goldfish. Okay, so let's see what is the common thing between all this. Okay, so A, monkey, giraffe, mud skipper, and orangutan. Except for the mud skipper, the rest are actually a mammal. So actually A should be mammals. Alright, and for B, shark, tilapia, dolphin, and goldfish. All of them swim, but if you realize, dolphin is actually a mammal, and the rest are actually fishes. So B are actually fishes. So therefore, the two animals that are wrongly classified is actually the mud skipper and the dolphin, number 3. Okay, question 24. Which of the following statements about bacteria are correct? Okay, all bacteria are harmful to us. This is wrong because there are some useful bacteria that are found in our intestines to help us digest our food. So not all bacteria are harmful. Bacteria cannot make its own food. That's correct. That's why they need to feed on all the other nutrients. Bacteria only comes in one shape and size. This is wrong. Bacteria comes in multiple shapes and sizes. And last of all, bacteria can only be seen under a microscope. So yes. D. So the correct answer should be B and D, number 3. Question 25. Which one of the following is a similarity between insects and birds? So insects and birds, we have to see what's the similarity. They suckle their young? No. Only mammals suckle their young. So let's write here. Reproduce by laying eggs? Yes. Most insects and birds actually reproduce by laying eggs. Okay, they definitely do not have the same number of legs because insects has 6 legs and your birds usually have 2. Alright, same type of body covering, which is wrong because insects have a hard exoskeleton, while birds actually have feathers. Alright, so the correct answer is actually number 2. Look at question 26. The diagram below shows a sailboat. Study the properties of the 4 materials shown in the table below. So over here, you have material A, B, C, and D. So material A can bend easily, it is not waterproof. B cannot bend easily, is waterproof. C can bend easily, is also waterproof. And D cannot bend easily, not waterproof. So we want to find a material suitable for making part X. Right. So now let's look at the material of part X. Which material is most suitable, A, B, C, or D is most suitable for making part X? So as you can see here, part X is actually the base of the boat. So in order for it to be the base of the boat, it has to be waterproof. So only B and C are waterproof. Okay? Bend easily. Because it's the base of the boat, you shouldn't want it to bend easily. So that's the reason why it should not be able to bend easily. So the correct answer should be B, number 2. Alright, 27. Sunny wants to select a suitable material to make a raincoat as shown below. So a raincoat we know protects you from rain, which is water. So the suitable property or the property of the material the raincoat should be made up of is for you to be waterproof. The answer is number 3. Okay, so the rest doesn't make it suitable or it's not important for it to be a raincoat. For it to be a raincoat, it should protect you against the rain, so hence it should be waterproof. Alright, the last question, number 28. Shirley wanted to test the strength of 4 different kinds of bag, A, B, C, and D. She put identical cans in one at a time until each bag tears. Okay, and she recorded her results below. So A, 7 cans in the bag before it tears. B, 12 cans before it tears. C, 5 cans before it tears. And D, 3 cans before it tears. So if you want to carry 8 cans, which material should she use? So if you look here, A, C, and D will all tear before she put in 8 cans. So the most suitable material is actually can